May 10th, 2022. I'm watching Channel 7 Eyewitness News this evening. And there's something in the Bronx right across from Yankee Stadium, right over by Reverend Al Sharpton's. It's controversial plans. Then this woman, it's in something called a District 9. And then there's this, I'll just put it on. There's a building complex of like 300 and something apartments that are already there. And the words, the way she says it, it sounds like espionage, but it's esplanade.
Developers behind a controversial construction project in Harlem are making some changes hoping to win over the community.
Yeah, some people say they don't want to see a pair of massive towers built on their block. They're worried about gentrification and the lack of affordable housing.
Gentrification. In surgical precision. I don't understand how it got this way.
Housing. Eyewitness News reporter Stefan Kim live in Harlem with more. Stefan.
This is in a borough of Bronx, Bronx. It used to be, at one point, believe it or not, just like an island, I heard, with a really nice historic house and family. And then, I don't know, I arrived in 1978 and it looked not like him, but like something else.
Well, David and Liz, residents say this is not just about Harlem. They say this is about affordability and not listening to their concerns. And they say if this can happen in Harlem, this can happen on Staten Island too. On the corner of West 145th and Lenox Avenue, in the shadow of Yankee Stadium, on top of a 3-train stop, is an empty plot of land in Harlem that comes full of opinions.
If it's not going to be affordable to the people that live in the area, why should they have other people coming from outside?
Have Yankee Stadium, when there's games, the vehicle traffic greatly expands. The train station only opens the first 5 cars, so during rush hour, it's already full.
Residents are talking about the controversial Harlem.
It's so densely populated. It's so foul and disgusting in densely populated, in all sorts of densities. Why would anyone ever allow more people into this hellhole? I don't care, it's across the street from Yankee Stadium. Why is this even up for debate?
145 towers proposed last year for this site, facing stiff opposition from the community with concerns about gentrification and lack of affordable housing. But there are other concerns too. Some say it's just too big and out of place for this location.
This is Esplanade Gardens here. One building has 312 apartments. These 3 buildings, which you see at 145th to 147th, you're looking at 3 blocks.
3 blocks of buildings, and it's called Esplanade. Now, is that emerging service? Is that emergency service plan for the ADE? Because I think gardening department wants to report abuse of service, resources, and all sorts of stuff. Where do those phone calls get fielded?
That's half of Esplanade. They're putting that on on the corner.
The proposal calls for 900 apartments with about 220 of them affordable housing units, the minimum required by the city's zoning laws. Stakeholders say the developer presented plans today to add about 100 more affordable housing units.
There's still a gentrifying project. We've seen some 11th hour breadcrumbs.
11th hour breadcrumbs. What does that even mean? The criminals are organized.
That are nowhere near what is needed in terms of levels of affordability for the district and what's required for our community. And also the process of
What's, like, I'm just curious, like, someone who runs a tight ship, like, let's just say there's maybe a couple of guys like to keep their uniforms clean and they really don't like disturbing the whatever. If you have, say, 200 rooms on your ship, I mean, are you pulling up to, like, the next cruise ship you see and going, oh, it's okay, just, we decided we just really want to stack them on? No, it doesn't happen. So why does this happen on land? Like, isn't there, like, on a ship, there's a max capacity. There has to be a max capacity somewhere. Building up to the sky is not the answer. It just causes more problems and more rooms that they want to stick things. So now I'm just curious, in New York City, what is the max capacity for living bodies for public health inside the boroughs of the Bronx, Brooklyn, Staten Island, and Queens, Brooklyn, and then out to Long Island? Because I am pretty sure that this area is way over max capacity to a public health standard that nobody's upholding. That's how disgusting it's become.
This has not been inclusive of the community.
Stakeholders say they'd like to see community spaces for tutoring and tech centers. Meanwhile, the Reverend Al Sharpton's National Action Network headquarters, which shares the block, will move into the new building. But Reverend Sharpton has backed out of a plan to anchor the building with a civil rights museum. Now, as you heard, the council member opposes this project, and the council has a tradition of deferring to the local member's position. We reached out to the developer.
Again, and I appreciate Stefan Kim for trying to do this broadcast and bring me information from the wind. I just have to say, though, because I did make mention of that coach that is in the NFL the other day or this morning or whatever they mentioned it, about this Christmas Nickelodeon thing. Again, with him going so fast. Again, he's members council, like, he lives in this world in New York where his reporting career has made him the scholar, this, like, educated member of society. The couch potato at home is trying to catch on. I know, like, the corporate executives, like, they know things, but there's some of us, it's like baby steps at the moment, because the baby formula is, like, off the shelves, and they're like empty shelves at the moment, and I'm trying to learn. But members, councils, deferring, here's where I'm at. What's the number of people allowed per capita within this hectare system of this larger area project called the Borough of Bronx? And what is currently infecting the area? I mean, living in the area. And then start there at the answer is no. The end.
But have not heard back. Reporting live in Harlem, Stefan Kim, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
Stefan, thank you. Police have released new video of one of the suspects linked to a string of armed robberies in the Bronx. In this incident,
It's star 1978, star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza. It's Earth, Solar System, Milky Way, Universe, Galaxy is broken, and it's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361. At the same time, by the way, they have some large area fire going on with one member missing, I might add. Here, breaking news in New York.
Well, we are going to begin this afternoon with some breaking news out of New Jersey. A massive fire in
New
Elizabeth,
Jersey.
and it is spreading thick smoke across our area. The 5-alarm fire is at a waste management facility.
Shannon Stone is overhead, Newscopter 7. Now, Shannon, we're told they're evacuating homes in the area right now?
Yeah, they certainly are. This fire started about an hour ago at Waste Management's Julia Street transfer station, and I can tell you this was before we even took off. We looked out.
Now, they have this company called Waste Management. I know sanitation seems to be like this big thing. It's in every mafia movie ever. I don't know why. But they use this word waste and management, although this is truncated. Again, I don't want, like, doesn't somebody pay for waste management on the New York City or New Jersey area? Well, I would think the tax dollars go there, yeah, but I don't think it's going to national security waste management. It seems like it's going to trash removal and all sorts of stuff. I mean, this particular one's in Elizabeth, New Jersey. Again, they send me all sorts of signs.
Window, we could see thick black smoke billowing up from this Elizabeth location, and it has elicited a 5-alarm response. You can see that some of the roof has started to collapse. Obviously, solid waste burning inside that is sitting here staged on its course to a landfill or to a clean energy facility. But what you need to know is this 5-alarm response means Julia Street is shut down for a large stretch between Division.
Now, all of these houses are being covered in the smoke.
Division Street and Route
But it
1
shows the
Division
weather
Street
is
closed
pushing
off
it
as well
off
for a very long
the
stretch between
shoreline
Newton and Down Avenue. We talked about those
intercontinental.
homes that are affected by this, and we can show you here with Street Spotter 7. We've had such winds today, and it has been just
on arrivals coming into Newark right now, so you might want to check your carrier if you're traveling. Air quality within this entire area is poor. Make sure you're closing your windows if you're in places like Maplewood or Linden or over to Roselle Park, Bloomfield. It's basically blowing out of the east-northeast, so it's blowing.
There's like a circle here, and then it's blowing out that way.
The smoke toward these areas, but of course most dense in the Elizabeth area. The wind gusts, they backed off since yesterday, but there are still 20 to 25 mile per hour wind gusts. And of course, as you heard from Shannon, probably a bumpy ride in the copter, and the winds are going to continue as we go through the evening hours, especially gusty along the coast, and then they come down a little bit later on as we go through the night. By the way, we also have very dry air in place. The humidity is starting to increase along the coast, but we actually have an elevated fire risk with all this dryness as well. So coming up.
It's star 1978, star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza, Earth, Solar System, Milky Way, Universe, Galaxy is broken.